Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back making another drawing video. Today's video is going to be on Coco from Crash Bandicoot. And I think this is the newest version of Coco from the newest game, Crash 4, It's About Time. The new game on like PlayStation 4. So yeah, we're drawing Coco. This video was requested by Mario Hacks. Thank you very much for the request. And I know you requested, because I actually wrote it on as a note on the list, Coco from the concept art from Crash Bandicoot 2. I honestly didn't know which picture you were talking about, so I just decided to do modern Coco. And hopefully, it's good. If you could find someone, if you're watching this and you can find some way to like show me the exact picture that you want me to draw, you can send me on like Twitter or something, or send me a message, a DM, I think that's what it's called. I'll be happy to make another video. But anyway, today we're drawing Coco from Crash Bandicoot. So anyway, get your pencils ready and let's begin. Alright guys, so to start off drawing Coco, we are going to start off with a nice light circle. Kind of like that. And then you can get like a little line going down here for her body. Her shoulders are going to go across like this. Her hips are going to actually go the other way. So you get the shoulders going, angling this way, hips angling this way. Then we're going to get a line for the feet. There's going to be a foot about here, another line for the foot, be about here. There'd be, her body shape would be something like this. There's a nice curve to it. Then she'll have like a belt around here. And then her arm start about here. Her hand will be about there. Her other hand will be about here. Again, get another little shoulder about there. And then kind of two big ovals for like her legs here. And they kind of connect in like that. So that's pretty much good for the gesture. If you want to do a couple more ovals, making an arm, something like that, you can. But that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need right now. Nothing too complex, just kind of mapping things out to where we need them to be. Again, don't take too long doing it. But now that we got kind of her gesture down, we could draw in, we'll start with her face. So I'm going to actually kind of raise this circle just a little bit. Something like that. And if you want to, you can draw in the crosshairs. She's kind of looking up like this. So it'd be something like that. And now for Coco, I actually like to start off with her nose. So her nose is going to be right below like this crosshair like intersection. So it's going to be right below, right about here. And what you're going to do is just draw a curved line. And then kind of like a little U underneath. Like that. And then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a curved line over the nose like this. And then curve it down and over a little bit. Kind of same thing over here. Very similar to like Sonic's muzzle. If you watch my like Sonic drawing videos. Very similar to that. And then it basically just wraps around here like this. And then for the rest of the head shape, we're going to follow this curve. It's going to indent just slightly where this eye is. So it's going to kind of have like a nice little indent. And it's going to go up, over, and back around like this. So this is more of the head shape that we're working with here. And once we got that done, we can draw in her eyes. So her eyes are these big ovals. So you get one here, kind of one here. I'll zoom in just a tad more. There we go. So her eyes, what you want to do is you want to like kind of really capture this, like follow this curve that we have here. So we're going to start about here and just kind of draw a nice big curve like this, and it's going to get to like kind of like it's not a point, but you kind of round off and straighten out a little bit down there. And then you go down, kind of follow the circle again, and then when you get back into this line, you're going to just kind of make like a little point like that. Now we're going to do the same thing smooth paper on this side, but it's going to be on a little bit more of an angle, so we're going to start about here, kind of draw that nice big curve like this, and then we're going to start at the point here, draw a line, curve it in slightly, and then out, and then up like that. And don't worry if this eye isn't too perfect, you could have the hair kind of covering it when we draw the hair in. But now that we got that down, kind of straighten this out a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now that we got the eye shape down, we can draw the like eyeball. So or pupil, which is a nice big U shape like this, and then another nice big U on the other eye, and then you get a smaller U shape right here with a little circle inside, and you could shade that in. And then same thing here, nice U shape hugging the inside right here, little half circle, and then shade that in. So there's that. And then a little half circle here on the nose, and you could shade the nose in as well. And now to finish off our eyes, we can draw on our eyelashes. So our eyelashes are pretty easy. Basically what you do is you just kind of follow, like you start on the line here, and then you just extend it up a little bit. Follow the curve over, and it's going to go into a point, and then go in where like this curve is. And then I'll start again here, and then just kind of follow the line, and then eventually go into it, like that. And again, you could shade this in as well. Like that. Same thing here. Shade that in a little bit better. Like that. And then you're pretty much going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to just kind of hug it. Go over, kind of spike out, in, line going out, over, and then just kind of in like that. I'm going to wait to shade this in because we're going to draw the hair and it's going to kind of overlap this eye a little bit. So I'm going to wait to shade that in just so we don't have too much to erase. But before we jump into that, we could jump into her mouth here, which his mouth is pretty simple. It's basically a line that starts here and goes over, has a slight curve up, and then over like this. So it's pretty much a line going from here to here, but there's like a little dip that goes up. Just keep that in mind. And then you get a nice little U shape right here. And then for her teeth, it's basically a line going across, and if you want to, you can put a little spike right there for like a fang. Like that. I'll darken in this line a little bit more. There we go. So now that we got her face in, we could start drawing in some other details like her eyebrows. So her eyebrows are going to kind of just be a line that goes over and down like this, and over and down like that. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to start off with like a nice little curve line like this. And then we're going to go over and down into a point. And then here you're just going to draw another line, hugging it, and then go down to the point there like that. And then same thing on this side, just going in the opposite direction. There we go. And once you got that down, you can draw on her goggles. She's wearing like inventor goggles. So to draw that in, it's basically just this kind of rectangle on the top of her head here. So you get one, and then you're going to get a second one about here. Like that, and again it's going to follow the curve of her head here, and then you're going to line right here, kind of connecting them like that. And now we can start drawing in her hair. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So drawing Coco's hair, it basically starts like right about here, so like kind of like in the middle of her head, and it's basically going to be this big curve line that curves down, out, and then goes into like a spiral like this. And then we're going to start about here and draw a nice little curve line, and this is where if you kind of messed up on the eye, you'd have the hair kind of cover it. So it's going to go down, kind of cover this eye a little bit like this, and then go up, over and in like that. And if you want another little detail line, you draw another little curve line going in like that. And then you can just darken it in. It's actually pretty good. I make it go down a little bit more. And you can erase any overlap. And again, this is where if you screw up on the eye, just have the hair cover it. That is always a pro tip. If you screw up on something, cover it up. Like that. And then you could actually color it in, or now we could shade in the eye. Now that we know what's being covered up. Kind of like that. And now for the rest of her hair, she has like a little spike here, like goes off like the edge of this goggle. So basically draw that in, you just draw a little curve line that spikes up, goes in like that. And then she's going to have a piece of hair here. And draw this one, it's basically just make like a upside down V, like that. And we're just going to wrap it around. It's going to bump out a little bit, and then just kind of curve into the head here, like that. And if you want to, you can kind of draw another little curve line going in like this. It's one piece of hair. And then the second piece, again, what we did with the other one, upside down V, it's going to get kind of covered up by this piece of hair. So if you imagine the V like that, it's going to curve in. And then just to finish off her head here, she has an ear, which is basically this upside down triangle, like that, with another smaller triangle inside of it. So that's pretty much how to draw Coco's head, and I think that's the hardest part about drawing Coco. So now that we got that down, we can go in and draw in her neck, which will be basically two little curve lines like this. That round off right here. And then what you're going to have is a line kind of hugging this line. Like that. So that's good. And now we can kind of get into her shirt here. So her shirt is going to be a line going down and over. You're going to stop about here and draw a nice little curve line going in like this. And then from here, we're going to go straight into her body, and it's going to curve in. So you get a nice big curve here. It'll curve in like that and stop about there. And very similar to the neck right here, we're going to just get a line hugging this little bottom portion. And now what we're going to do is we're going to gesture in her overalls. Couldn't say that. So it's basically going to be this curve line here. And again, keep this light. We're just kind of gesturing it in. So nice little curve line about here. It's going to pop out and over, pop out a little bit, kind of go up and then in like that. And again, keep it light. So now we can start going into detail here. So basically draw a nice little line going up, have a little dip going in right here, kind of curve it down, and then you get a nice little U shape right here going up like this, like that. And you get a nice little circle right here for the button. And then here we can pretty much follow the gesture line that we have. Like that. It's going to curve in. And if you want to, you can put a little hook on the end. And it's going to go past this line here. Kind of erase any overlap that we have here just to make it nice and clear. Alright. And now basically what's going to happen here is we're going to start about here. Draw a line going over. Kind of curve it in and over like this. And a line curving out and in about there. And then here we're going to start about here on the edge, and there's going to be a line going over and then up. So you get kind of like this reverse L. Like that. And then you get a nice little kind of rectangle, but it has no top. So you just draw a line going down, over, and up. Like that. And then we could darken in this line. Like that. And now we're going to draw on her belt. So her belt's kind of like on an angle, so it dips down here and then angles up like this. And you can get a nice little curve line here, has a little dip to it. It'll go up and over like this. And then you can draw on the buckle, which actually is a very similar shape to this. So you basically get a line going up, over, across, over, and in, like that. And you get a nice straight line going across right here, and a nice little oval right there for the buckle. And I'll erase any overlap here just so it's clear. Like that. And then you could draw like a series of circles here for like the belt loop. Like that. And then you could add a little bit more detail here by drawing a line curving out. Kind of curving in, up. Like that. If you want to do a couple little curve lines like here and here, just show like the fabric folding, you can. But that's pretty much it for her shirt. So, now we can kind of go into, let's finish her pants and then we'll get her arms. So, because there's no like overlap, so we just go straight into the pants. So the pants are actually pretty easy. I like the gesture that we have for them. We're going to make it a little bit straighter. So we're going to start here and just draw a nice little curve line that curves down. Kind of curves in a little bit. And then out about here. Like that. And then kind of the same thing over here. We're going to just draw a line. It's going to curve in slightly. And then just curve out and stop about there. Like that. And then we're going to start about, and if you want to, here you can draw like a nice little kind of rectangle. Like that. And again, this is like a gesture, so just kind of keep it light. So we're going to get a nice little rectangle here. But at the end of this rectangle, we can draw a line kind of curving up. Over, kind of straighten it out a little, just a tad, before you go down. Like that. Alright, now that we've got that down, we can just finish the detail in her pants. She has a heart patch right here. So to draw that in, you just draw basically a heart. So just like this little curve line going this way. A little curve line going that way, like nice little hooks. Like that. It's a heart. So you just draw a heart. And then to make it look like patchwork, you can just draw two lines going through it like this. Again, make it look like a little patch. And now we could jump into her shoes. So basically her shoes, we can start off with making a nice kind of better oval. More where it's supposed to be. Right here. And this shoe's in front of like the fold of her pants. So we're going to start off about here. And just draw a nice little curve line like this. And then just draw a line going up. And then hugging it. Like this. This is going to be one of her laces. So there's that. And then it's going to start here and curve in. And then it's going to curve. You kind of like straighten out about here like this. But as you straighten out, it actually goes up slightly. And then down slightly. And then go up. So you get a nice little bump like that. And then for the bottom of her shoe, it basically just goes out a little bit. Down. Straightens out at the bottom here. And then goes up. Like that. And then just for little details, you can draw a little curve line like this. Nice little, kind of almost like a U. And then just circles going up from it. Like that. Keep it nice and simple. And then just for a little bit more detail for like the cuff of her pant leg here. We'll start about here, draw a line going up. Kind of curve it in like that. Curve it out. Over, put a little dip in it. Stop about here, draw another little curve line like that. Just to show the fabric folding. And that's pretty good. And we're pretty much going to do the same thing on this side, except the shoe is kind of more on an angle. So you can draw that by drawing a line going here, kind of going over, kind of rounding up like this. So it'd be a shape something like this. But just like the last shoe, we'll start off with the lace. So it'll be a curve line going around it like this. Curving up and over. And then here we're going to get a line about here going straight up like that. And then it's going to curve over and then curve up and around the shoe like this. And it's going to straighten out here, go up and over and in like that. And then here we're going to get a nice little curve line. It's going to go down and over. And then a line just going up like this. And you can darken in this line as well. And then for the shoe detail, you just draw, again, that little U shape. And then you just draw a series of circles kind of going up the shoe like that. And then pretty much the same thing, same idea for what we're going to do here that we did over there. Just a nice little curve line going up, over and in. This one curves out, over, kind of goes up, in, like that. A nice little curve line going in like that. So again, nothing too complicated, nothing too hard. So now we got our shoes done. We could finish it off by drawing in our arms. We'll start with this one. So the hand's actually pretty decent. I actually like the placement where this gesture is. So basically what I like to do is I like to draw an oval about here on like where the hand is with the circle. And then we're going to get 1, 2, 3 circles right here. Kind of like this. She has 4 fingers, but you don't see one of them in this angle. So we got the oval, we got the 3 fingers, and this kind of like her hand shape right here. So basically off this oval that we just gestured in, what we're going to do is draw a nice little curve line that hugs it. And then it's going to go out slightly, and then in and around like this, and we're going to stop about there. And now where we drew this circle, what we're going to do is start a little bit before it and draw a line going over, curve it down, and then in like this. So you get a nice little hook here. And then we're going to connect this line into this one, like that. And then for here, we're going to just kind of draw the same shape that we did here. Line going over, down. This finger is going to be slightly bigger than this one. So we're going to go up, over. And then here, we're going to start about here and just draw a line curving down, over and in, like that. And then for like where her wrist is, she's wearing like a bracelet. So to draw that in, you basically just draw a series of big circles like this going across her hand. And then you just kind of darken it in. So you get a nice series of circles going around like that. And then this arm basically just connects to this. So you just draw a nice little curve line curving in like that. Same thing over here like that. There's one hand. That hand's actually kind of big. Oh well, make it slightly smaller next time you draw it for your picture. And now for this arm, we're going to start off with the sleeve, and it's just going to be this nice little curve line that goes down and in like this. A nice little curve line right here. And this one, the hand's a lot easier because she's holding a laptop. So, oh, actually, before we draw this in, she actually has a pocket here that you see. That's going to be right here. So to draw this in, again, just draw a nice little kind of like oval right there. And then what you want to do is draw a little curve line about there. And then a line going down here. And then curve up. And then you just kind of hug this. So you get a nice little pocket right there. And if you want to add a little bit of detail, you can draw like a series of rectangles going down for like, almost like patchwork. Going down like that. So that's good. And now that we got the pocket in, we could draw on the laptop. So the laptop's pretty easy. It's basically just this kind of rectangle that goes in like that. And at the edge of the rectangle, you're going to get 4 circles. And then for these circles, you're just going to start about here, draw a curve line, have it dip in slightly and go around. So you get like this little nub like that. And then you're going to draw another little nub. And then another one. And then her pinky's actually not like over it. It's just kind of hanging out like that. And then just to draw the laptop a little bit better, what you can do is you can round off these corners. Like that. And then here you're going to just draw a line curving across like this. And when you get to the middle here, it's going to dip down over and then up, but the pocket's covering it, so you get a nice little thing like that. And at the corners here, just to give it a little bit of depth, you can just draw a line kind of hugging this curve here and there. Like that. And then just simply draw a nice little curve line going down here for the arm. And, oh, I almost forgot to finish in the rest of her hair. So, that's it for the arm. And the very last detail that I forgot to put in is, you see, like, she has like a ponytail that goes down. So to draw that in, you basically just draw kind of like this teardrop shape, like that. And you just kind of hug it in. Shows up about there. Like that. So that's pretty much how you draw Coco from Crash Bandicoot. Or at least the newest one, Crash 4. It's about time. I still never played that game. I own it. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. So yeah, anyway, that's how you drew the sketch of Coco. I will put the picture right up here. Hopefully it'll stand. And I will put the inked version up there as well. So, what you have on the right is the sketch that we just did, and what you have on the left is an inked version. So, if you erase all the guidelines and go over it with an ink pen, that's what you have. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Coco now. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to write that in the comment section below. I'll try my best to reply to you back. And if you guys have requests too, all you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name, what you requested, put it on my how to draw list, and on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. And thank you again, Mario Hacks, for the request. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in some other video. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.